Have you noticed that there's one group that has not made any noise or made videos complain about Trump's policies hurting them or their business? Black farmers. How many videos have you seen of black farmers, excuse me, making videos going, oh, I'm going to lose my farm because Trump cut off benefits. I'm going to lose my farm because Department of Agriculture no longer gives me subsidy. How many videos have you seen of black farmers doing that? That's because black farmers have historically, till this day, been excluded from all government subsidies. So right now, every white farmer is learning how to survive the same way black farmers have been surviving. Like I said, what Trump was going to do was bring every white American down to the black American level. Welcome to niggerness.
You know, I'm seeing all these videos right now where all these farmers are crying about not getting no help right now. You know what? Let me ask you something. When have you ever heard of a black farmer crying about it? Never. And you want to know why? Because they ain't never got no help in the first place. That's right. USDA's literally admitted to discriminating against black farmers. And literally black farmers had to sue, thousands of them, to get what white farmers are handed for free. And fast forward to today, all these farmers crying that they can't get no help. You see, black farmers, they've been struggling. Y'all just now feeling what they've been feeling for over 100 years. Black farmers, they used to own over 19 million acres of land. But guess what? Systematic racism, denied loans, shady politicians, and legal loopholes wiped them all out. Yeah. And now they're 1% of America's farmland. When the government finally tried to pass relief for the black folk back in 2021, white farmers sued to block it, claimed it was reverse discrimination. Make that make sense. So, you know, next time you see folks complaining about farm aid, why don't you ask them, where's the help for the black farmers? Ask them why their struggle is just now important when others have been suffering for centuries.
Behind every plate of food lies a story, and in this episode, we are lifting the lid on the real soul food, sweat, struggle, and survival. Welcome to Echo Room Vibes, where satire meets reality, and today we are tilling the untold soil of America's black farmers. Because while the news is busy with billionaire beef and political meltdowns, black farmers are out here making miracles happen with no spotlight, no stimulus, and apparently no time for nonsense. Let's get back to the rest of the video and we will be back for more commentary.
Black farmers. Imagine how healthy we would be if we had more black farmers, or let's pretend we have only black farmers, right? I'm talking about the way that the Midwest is going to fall apart without federal funding, specifically all of these farmers, right? But one group that's going to do well is black farmers because they never got all of these handouts. And so I am not opposed to a strategy where we do let some of these rural Midwestern towns kind of fall apart on their own doing and take that as a redistricting opportunity. But think about this. Native Americans, how much healthier would our planet be and our land be if Native Americans had more farmland, which will be one of the groups that have the cash to do so. So I don't know, it's a silver lining I'm trying to think of. I was just trying to think if I've ever known a major farm or plant to have a food recall that was black owned, and if there is, I certainly can't think of it.
You know, I'm sitting there watching these videos of all these white farmers complaining about the USDA freeze on the funding rate, federal funding rate. But the funny thing is, you don't see the black farmers. You know why? You see, Black farmers rarely are afforded those federal fundings, so they have to get it the best way they can, so they know how to survive without those fundings. White farmers don't know how, but black farmers, history has shown, they know how to maintain. So just think about it, you white farmers, you got all that money from the government, but guess what? You're not getting it anymore, and the black farmers are thriving. Let that sink in. Fuck around and you found out.
Okay, I want to address something that I saw on YouTube in regards to a question on why we are not hearing from a lot of black farmers during the midst of this economic decline here in the United States. A lot of black farmers have had to learn to be self-sufficient without government support. So in my opinion, that's why you're not really hearing from a lot of black farmers right now, because there's not a lot of us, and a lot of us don't have loans like that. There's been a push, I know, within my circle of people to make sure that your land is paid off and that you are not relying upon the government in order to feed your family.
I'm a black farmer. My grandmother thinks I've lost my mind. I'm a black farmer. No one thinks I'm the owner. I'm a black farmer. Everybody thinks he's my boss.
Get your ass back to work, Leroy.
My name's not Leroy. I'm a black farmer, so you know I'm raising some chickens. I'm a black farmer. I hire white people to staff my farmer's market stall so people don't walk by without stopping. I'm a black farmer. There's 2,000 chickens on my property, but I still go to Popeyes twice a month. I'm a black farmer. I'm only able to do this because I have an engineering degree. I'm a black farmer. People are shocked to discover I'm not an urban gardener. I'm a black farmer. People are either really excited or really angry when I talk about racism in agriculture. I'm a black farmer. Yes, I've heard of Soulfire Farm. I'm a black farmer. It's hard to find black employees because most working class black folks associate farming with racism, and they ain't wrong. I'm a black farmer. I send my white employees and partners to the bank and the FSA so that by the time they realize the owner's black, they've already given me the money. I'm a black farmer. Restaurants like to tag me in their social media posts so it looks like they support black farmers, and then I never hear from them again. I'm a black farmer. I'm the only one at the livestock auction that isn't white, and I'm feeling a little nervous.
Welcome back, fam. Let's rewind the tape. You know what's wild? At one point in US history, 1 in 7 farmers was black. Fast forward to now, barely 1 in 70. That's not a typo. That's an intentional silence. Land was lost through shady deals, red tape, and government oopsies that somehow always hit the same group. It's giving oops, all racism, breakfast cereal. And yet, despite that, black farmers are still here, not just farming, but thriving. Not waiting on Washington's next big speech or subsidy roulette, just doing the work quietly, daily, like bosses. So let's talk about that whole aid suspension situation. Remember that $4 billion loan relief that was promised to black farmers? Yeah, they saw that future flash before their eyes and then saw it disappear faster than a TikTok dance trend. Yet many said, we ain't begging, we are building. Farmers like John Boyd Jr. and others turned their frustration into innovation. Co-ops, direct-to-consumer markets, farming apps, even educational TikToks. Black farmers out here going farmers market to metaverse, and we love to see it. Now, here's where it gets spicy, but not partisan. Every few years, politicians remember farmers exist, usually right before election season. Black farmers, they are often brought in as props, not partners. Suddenly, everyone's talking agriculture. Meanwhile, these folks been growing sweet potatoes and strategies all year. Let's be clear, black farmers are not political pawns. They are producers. Their work literally feeds the nation while rarely feeding the narrative. And when the spotlight fades, they are still here. No filter, no photo op, just food and faith. From Georgia to Texas to the Midwest, younger black farmers are entering the game, not just to grow crops, but to reclaim legacy. It's not just about corn and collards anymore. It's about coding, hydroponics, climate resistance, and land ownership as wealth building. It's giving Wakanda meat whole foods. Black farmers are teaching us that sustainability isn't a trend, it's a tradition. And they have been doing it long before hashtags made it cool. So the next time you are slicing into a watermelon, biting a peach, or throwing down greens on a Sunday, remember there's a story behind that flavor. And chances are a black farmer wrote the first chapter with their hands in the dirt and their eyes on the future. To every black farmer out there, Echo Room Vibe sees you, honors you, and will keep telling your story, even if the mainstream won't. Big shout out to the originators, TikTokers, stitchies, and storytellers who keep this truth alive. So from Echo Room Vibes, we say peace out.
Rap jingle, Echo Room Vibes. Beat kicks in, chill lo-fi or boom bap vibe. Catchy and melodic. Echo Room Vibes, yeah, we bring that heat. Set us so smooth, never miss a beat. No cap, no bias, just keeping it real. Comment what you think, tell us how you feel. One stop spot for the daily scroll. Drama, fact, and a little bit of soul. Reacting to the world with a comic twist. We roast and reflects, nothing gets missed. No agendas, just that clever spark. We shine like what it takes to dark. Respect the clip, Stitch's origin too. We give the credit, that's how we do. Hope you beat with variation, Echo Room Vibes. You keep us fly, shout out every end, that 1,000 guy. Like comments, get part of the tribe. Join the room, catch the vibe, fill the job. To all our subs, you keep us fly. Shout out every end, that 1,000 guy. We see you watching, don't just slide. Drop that fire emoji, show your pride.